All right, what's going on out there, YouTube heads? Travel wolves in the building. We back, baby. Another episode. I'm gonna have to do this again. I don't know what happened. YouTube is really doing some weird stuff. YouTube is really doing some weird stuff to me. They're really shadow banning me and blocking me and all kinds of weird, interesting, goofy stuff. So we're gonna talk about this today. Again. Because I already did this live. So we're gonna do it again because somehow it just got corrupted. Okay. So I'm not really shadow banned. Okay. So what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to turn on your notifications. You guys turn on your notifications. You guys turn on okay. Notifications. That's what I need you guys to do. When you come over here, the first thing you got to check is that you're subscribed to my channel and that you click the bell that says all. It's a solid black bell that says all. So that's the first thing I want you to do because they really got me shadow banned. Apparently, this is probably a hotbed topic and it's been going around. It's been going viral. This Jay Rillo situation has been going viral. Apparently, it's a hotbed topic, and nobody really wants any part of it. Okay, nobody really wants any part of it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about a couple of things tonight concerning this Jay Rillo situation. My personal opinion. I seem to be the only one who gets the most trouble. I don't know why, but it feels like I'm the only one who gets the most trouble going live. I do lives, they don't connect or upload. It's been happening a lot lately. I do lives, I get this reconnect warning. It's been happening a lot lately. I seem to be the only one because some of these guys go live for 8-9 hours. That shit uploads. I don't know if it's the internet in this foreign country or I'm just being targeted for my content. I think I'm being targeted for my content because nobody else seems to have these problems. Nobody else seems to have these problems when they go live. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to do the best I can. This is the second time I'm doing this topic because I was wondering why you guys weren't really responding to it. And I realized the video was dead. The video was like, I did the live and the video just wasn't there. All right. So, today we're going to do my reaction and we're going to break down what happens when a passport bro faces rejection overseas and how the response says more than the rejection itself. All right. We're going to break all that down for you guys. And we're talking about Jay Rillo. Okay. Do you agree that this was an overreaction? Or what would you have done in that moment? What would you have done in that moment if you were him? Okay? That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay? So, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about O'Shea the Duke. O'Shea the Duke Jackson. He just did a whole thing slaying this man. He just did a whole thing slaying this man. Shout out O'Shea the Duke. O'Shea the Duke just did a whole thing. And I mean, he slayed Jay Rillo, man. He slayed him. It was crazy the way O'Shea, it's crazy the way O'Shea put this shit together so quick because he goes into real detail, but he did. And he just slayed this guy. You know what I mean? He just slayed this guy, Hold on, I'm ordering my groceries. I'm ordering my groceries over here. And I'm talking to the store while I order my groceries. Let me see. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking to the guy shopping for my groceries. I think he understood me. Since I'm gonna be in this Airbnb for a little bit longer, I decided to invest in some cooking things. And so my lady over here, my roommate, we decided to be friends now. So she's like my lady, my roommate, my friend. She's gonna cook for you guys. We're gonna get a cooking video soon. Don't worry about that. All right, let's get back to the show. I think it's overreaction and it's not that serious. What are my thoughts? Well, that's why you're here. You're here to understand my thoughts. I'm gonna tell you what in a moment. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. So O'Shea the Duke, he did a whole video about J Rillo, a scathering piece, but because it was so many people that were just collateral damage. It was just so many people that were just collateral damage that O'Shea had to kind of be reserved. He had to kind of be reserved. What I want to talk about next, tomorrow, or later on tonight, real quick, this is just a footnote. There is a difference between the travel space and the passport bro travel space. So I'm asking everyone to have respect for the travel space and not just generalize, right? Not just generalize. My thoughts are this is a passport bro incident. Everybody named in this damn, sometimes you got to go into the store yourself, man. That's why this ordering here doesn't really work that good. They don't have this, they don't have that. I don't even know what Big C this is. I went into another Big C. Oh, was that in Bangkok? Maybe that was in Bangkok. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I kind of was trying to order some extra stuff. I probably got to put in an extra order for some other stuff. Let me see if I can. Okay. So they don't got no shrimp. Oh man. Oh, they don't got no shrimp today. See, that's why you got to go in person because it's just too much to do. All right, give me 1 second here. But I'm going to try to talk to you guys while I do this. Then I don't need the butter. Okay, there's no shrimp, so I don't need the butter. That's fine. Forget about it. Forget about it. I'll go pick it up later. I'll go pick up some seafood later. I'm gonna get some seafood up in here. Get me some mackerel. You know what I'm saying? I love some mackerel. Get me some mackerel. Get me some shrimp. Anyway, we're gonna have a cooking video of our own real soon. And so anyway, like I was saying, this is a passport bro incident. Okay? It has nothing to do with the travel space. I already told you guys that the travel space is African American men. We are not passport bros. Passport bros just does not denote black men. There's a lot of passport bros that are not black men. They're everywhere. So this was a passport bro episode. Yes, this happens in the game. This happens. You get two parties together. One party disagrees. Just the other day, it was some passport bros who from India had a problem and it got worked out, okay? It got worked out. Apparently the girl was fatter than she looked on the street. I don't know, but these things happen. These things happen. It's part of the game. The game is to get as much from you as possible while giving you the least. This is what the game looked like. This is you. This is the game. This is you. This is the game. You give the game a lot, and the game give you this much back. Okay? That's all it is. So, come on, man. Stop trolling. If you're going to troll, I'm going to put you on timeout. I'm going to have to put you on timeout if you're going to troll. So, a lot of you guys got to understand. Everyone is lying to you. That's what I'm going to say. A lot of you guys got to understand that everyone is lying to you. If you out here thinking a stranger, I don't care how low intellect you have. I don't care the level of stupidity you have. If you are out here believing a stranger in a game that is not sanctioned, is going to tell you the truth, you're a fool. You have to always believe that everyone is lying to you. Now, there are going to be some people out here that are going to tell you, oh, that's just not necessarily so. Everyone's not lying to you. Well, guess who the biggest liars are? The people who tell you that. The people who try to chirp in your ear that everyone's not like that. Those are the biggest liars, okay? Those are the biggest liars. So just remember, everyone out here is lying to you. The first rule. That's the first rule, the second rule, and the third rule. Now, O'Shea did a great video. I can't show it to you. I can't show it to you because O'Shea is well respected and he's a professional and he will strike your motherfucking channel. So if you want to see his video, here goes the link right here to O'Shea the Duke. And I've watched O'Shea for many, many years, man. I watched O'Shea for many, many years. I mean, oh, man, I remember when niggas doxed him and everything. You know, I remember all of that. They doxed him. He had to get his father. They got him confused with his father. It was a mess. It was a mess. They were doing flagging campaigns on him. Everything. That's how far back me and O'Shea go. I mean, he probably don't really know who the fuck I am, but I did say at one time in my title, guess who's mad? And niggas went and ran and told him, and because they on my nuts so bad, they went and told O'Shea I used his little moniker, guess who's mad? And then O'Shea came, but he saluted me though. Because I gave him credit, So guess who's mad? Guess who's mad? Okay, so I'm going to play one video, though. One video I can play. But I hope this doesn't hurt me again. Because I played it last time, and I don't know what happened. I played it last time, and I don't know what happened. But this video is from a YouTuber called Your Boy Tick. Your Boy Tick is a YouTuber. And in this video, it's really, really long. It's really, really long. So you got to watch the whole thing. But, man, he basically just killed y'all. He killed the passport bros with this. We're going to watch a little bit of it. We're going to watch a little bit, just a little bit of it. Here we go.
Because the crazy part is, it's not that they just bad. It's like, you're the number one option in Kenya. In Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, you're not the number one option. In Europe, you're not the number one option. In Kenya, you're literally the number one option.
Okay. So let's break this down right here. This is one of the most important parts. Let's break this down right here. Shout out to your boy Tick. This is fair use, criticism, commentary, entertainment, critique. Let's break this down right here. Quote unquote, kid greatness. You're the number one option in Kenya. You're the number one option. You're not the number one option here and here and here and here and here. In Thailand, you're not the number one option. I think he left out Thailand. I kind of smell a rat, but we'll talk about that later. Listen, kid greatness is lying. Okay? Bizarro Robin is a liar. African American men are not the number one option anywhere. Go look it up. African American men are not the number one option anywhere. So when we talk about selling dreams, that's the dream they're selling. In Kenya, the number one option, as in most countries, in my opinion, the number one option are the local men, are the men from that community. That's who she's known all her life. That's who she's going home to when she leaves you. That's who was banging her before you got there, and that's who will be banging her when you leave. The second option are Caucasian or European men. The third option would be Chinese. The fourth option would be Arabs. There's a fifth, sixth, seventh option. They're all female. And then maybe the African American man is like the eighth option. Maybe with a ninth option. Black Brits are right before us. Black British people are right before us. Black British men are right before us. So we're probably like the ninth option. And that's all over the world. Okay? All over the world. So that's a lie right there. Black men are not. If you understood anything, this is how you know if you're the shit. If you're the shit in the country, if you're in high demand, this is how you know. And it's a bit of a riddle because no one says no to you. No one says no to you. So if someone says no to you, then you're not the shit. You're not nothing. Okay? They could care less. And in the game, let me tell you something, man. In the game, it's time is money, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Time is money. And they're fishing. And they are fishing. You know, you go fishing, you put out some bait, somebody bites, and you wheel them in. And you hope you got a whopper. Whoa, look at the size of that one. Whoa, that's at least 2 feet. You hope you got a whopper. But sometimes you get a little sucker that's really strong, and you're yanking, and it's a little guppy. You got to throw it back, right? That's the other part of the game. That don't apply to you, though. So that's a lie right there, kid greatness. That's a fucking lie. And this is what happens when you have these people trying to establish themselves as scions of a country. So what? They've been there a year. So what? They've been there a couple of months. Doesn't mean a motherfucking thing. When you lived in Kenya 10 years, you let me know. You'll get my respect. When you lived in Kenya for 10 years, you let me know. You tell me what you think after you live somewhere for a substantial amount of time. When you see your life be spent in one place and you can't get it back, the question isn't, are these dudes really Bizarro Batman and Bizarro Robin? The question isn't, are these dudes really about Kenya? The question is Kenya really about them? Because if Kenya is really about them, they will be there 5 years from now, 10 years from now. They'll never leave. They're going to live and die in Kenya. They're going to grow, be old men. We'll be doing some other shit. And these niggas, it'll be 20 years from now, and they'll be talking about, I'm the expert on Kenya. I've been here 18 years. That's what they should be saying. That's what they should be saying. Okay? The level of comprehension about everyone's role is awful. Everyone, you're not playing your role. Okay? You're not playing your role correctly. The level of comprehension about your role is just awful. Just awful. Too many of y'all are trying to play this role that you haven't earned. The only way you're going to play the role that you're trying to play is through time. Through time and sacrifice. Through loss. You got to take a lot of losses. A lot. You may have 7 losses. You may have 3 wins. That's how you get into the role that these guys think they're playing. I don't care who you are. There's no substitute for time. Not popularity, not fundraisers, not anything substitutes time. You gotta have time, okay? You gotta have time on your side, and she about to be cooking for me later. You gotta have time on your side, and what, baby? What? You gotta have time on your side, and if you don't have that, we shouldn't really invest in you. You're not gonna cook for me later? The groceries is coming. Take my phone. The groceries is coming. So let me finish playing some more of the video. This video right here is my favorite. Let me give you guys the link. This video right here, my favorite. This video comes from your boy Tick. Is that how he says it? Your boy Tick. This video is my favorite right here. Your boy Tick. Yeah, see, you messed it up for me, man. Because we had a big talk about it. She don't even want to be on the YouTube because she was hanging out with some other niggas. And they fucking, like, they ain't really mean to do it. I explained to her what happened, but she don't look at it like that. So she went to go hang out with some niggas, her and her friends. And, you know, the niggas is just partying. So they filming the whole thing. They filming the whole party on this. So when you walked into their villa, that's where the girls is walking right into the frame, you know? So she's a big camera shy. I'm working on her. I'm working on her to get her to come sit here on my lap and talk to y'all. But, you know, she's kind of like pissed off about that. Yo, remind me, I got a funny story to show you tonight. Yo, you be getting a front row seat to this shit, man. I got a funny story. I got a funny story to tell you tonight. But anyway, so, you know, so she's a bit like that. But I'm trying to get her to get on camera. I'm trying to get her to get on camera for you guys. But again, she does a little bit, you know, it depends on her mood, right? But again, you don't see me blowing my top, right? You don't see me blowing my top. Well, for a lot of reasons that wouldn't happen, but mainly the real reason is that I know her. I know her. She's actually a friend. So I've known her for like, what? When I came here the second time, I've known her for like the whole time I was here pretty much. But we ain't really like associate that much. But every night I'm out, I'm seeing her, we chit-chatting a little bit, so I know her. I know her a lot more than some random woman you pick off the street or some random woman you pick out of a lineup. I know her a lot more than that. So, which is kind of funny because you would think that unfamiliarity would not make someone blow their top. Like, this nigga really blew his lid. When he heard no, he couldn't have something he wanted, and that's what's talked about in here, he blew his fucking lid. Let me get to that part. About why this happened. The pressure that was on this nigga. Okay, let me play this. Hold on, here we go. Shout out your boy Tick. Did I put the link in there? Okay, I did. That's the link to the whole video in there. Shout out your boy Tick. Fair use.
Bro, the only thing you have in common with Chris Brown is that your careers are both going to take a massive hit after this video drops. He said treat you like Chris Brown, not treat a pro like you're Chris Brown. They are promising a level of female attention these dudes haven't seen since their mom told them their macaroni art was handsome. And what's the main selling point of this magical fantasy land?
Actions speak louder than words. I keep telling people, I've been to 5 continents in 28 countries. And if I decide to buy a refrigerator, a couch, TV, bed, 2 beds, and settle everything here, this is a place worth settling in. And so far, nobody that I know in their right mind has came to Nairobi and said otherwise. Which is why I'm glad that you've watched my videos and you've heard me talk about it. You're convinced enough to at least consider coming here to do this live stream. I appreciate that.
For sure. I mean, honestly, if I could be able to pay out of pocket, I don't know if I could afford this trip. It's very expensive to get this trip. And that could be in a long flight, and it's super expensive. And then the women aspect is not a lot of guys' preferences. So like all of those combined together, I think that detours a lot of people from actually making that trip back to Africa itself. You agree with that?
Hey, you know what? And a lot of guys say that. And I can only say this so many times. Dudes look at what they see on Tinder or they look at what they see online.
All right, so I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Let me ask you guys something. Would you guys get in an airplane with someone who took a course online for 5 minutes on how to fly airplanes? Would you get in an airplane like that? Would you get in an airplane if your pilot only had 5 minutes of experience? Well, what I'm seeing here is a strange duality, right? Let's be honest. Jay Rillo is pretty much an insignificant person, but yet someone who's been to 5 continents and 28 countries is deferring to him as if he's an expert. Is deferring to him as if he is marginally more significant than the 5 continents and 28 countries that you have been to. And we all know Austin Holman likes to think of himself as this guru, this expert about not much, but he likes to think of himself like that. I'm kind of confused about this interaction right here. He's showing gratitude to Jay Rillo for wanting to come halfway around the world to do a live, but Austin Holman, or as I call him, Bizarro Batman, he's supposed to be him. See, I don't understand that. But the funny thing is that both of these guys are mediocre. Like so mediocre, you shouldn't be taking advice about anything from them. You shouldn't be taking advice from them about how to wipe your own ass. Yet you'll do. You know, it's something I noticed that's really funny. I noticed that in social media, what's going on right now is every girl is a stripper. Every girl is a stripper. And every girl is a stripper, and every guy is trying to be an expert, you know? And every guy is trying to be an expert. That's what I noticed. And it's just baffling to me. You know, they do things to keep you occupied, right? Then I came up with this gay ass line dancing, and everybody's all excited because the way the attitude in the girl's face, and she's dancing on a line dancing song, and it's crazy to me that they're giving you they're giving you these worthless pieces of paper and then telling you it's currency. I mean, that's the best analogy, right? And so here you got this guy, Jay Rillo and Austin Holman, and they're no more valuable than these two pieces of paper. They're no more valuable in the travel space, in the African-American travel space, than those two pieces of paper. And what do I mean by that? Why am I saying this, right? What's valuable would be people who are in a position to bankroll you. That's what would be valuable. People who are in a position to say, yo, give me your sales pitch on Nairobi. Give me your sales pitch. What are you trying to do? What's the setup? And then, you know, like I just paused. That's what you want to hear. But that's not what this is. They're not those men. They're looking for someone to bankroll them. And that's pretty much where we're at. And there's nothing wrong with looking for someone to bankroll you, but you have to be of that esteem and honesty. Like myself, right? I'm trying to do business with my people, with you guys. I'm looking for you guys to invest, to bankroll me, so we can make some real moves. Private jets, crypto, clothes, mobile web design training. I mean, I got it all. It's a one-stop shop. But what do these guys really bring to the table? She never sees this side of me, so she's like, damn, nigga, you hot. Why you... Come here, baby, come here. Come here, my friend. Just come a little bit. Come a little bit. What? You saying no to me? What? Get your... But you see, you gotta understand how women are, man. Especially with the limited language, right? But she loves me, though. I love you. You don't love me no more? What? You don't love me no more? Hold on a minute. Y'all. I gotta go handle this. I'll be right back. What you mean you don't love me no more? Huh? You don't love me no more? I'm your friend? Yeah. Come see it. Just come up and see your sexy legs. It's not. I'm not gonna show you. Let me see your sexy legs. Oh. You mad? You mad at me? All right, we back. I had to teach her how to play. We like to play a lot, you know. Sometimes I chase her. She pretends to run. Sometimes she chases me. I really be running. So we play like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what needs to be, that's what valuable people in this space would look like. They will look like people who are able to bankroll you. That's not these guys, man. That's not these guys. And I'm not impressed by 5 continents. 5 continents, that doesn't make any sense. There's not even 5 continents. What are the 5 continents that this guy's talking about? They're not even 5 continents. It's 3 continents. There's the Americas, there's Africa, and there's Asia. Because Europe is called Asia Minor. So maybe Japan? Is he including Japan, Indonesia? Maybe he's including those type of smaller continents, but my understanding is only 3 continents. So, and you ain't really been to 28 countries, my nigga, because you would have to spend a year in each country, and that would be 28 years. So we know that that's a lie. We know that you haven't spent no significant time in those 28 countries. Nigga, just passing through the country for 3 days or a week don't qualify as claiming that country. Shit, I could do that all day. I could go to a country every day for 24 hours and say I've been to this. You know where he gets that shit from? You know where he gets that shit from? This is one thing we learned that I was taught was a lot of the scammers, they follow the same habits, right? I got to do some arithmetic here about the continent. A lot of the scammers, they follow the same habits, right? So he gets that from this other YouTuber. I'm not going to name her name, but she's a woman, and she does the same thing. She's almost gone to all 192 countries. But she doesn't stay there that long. But she's been working on this for like years, and she usually stays anywhere from a month to 2, you know, and she's gone back to several other countries already. But she's been to some really heavy places that a woman by themselves is really dangerous to go. But let's say you spend 6 months in the country and you went to 28 countries. That's still 128 months, which divided by 12 is, what's that? Is that 14 years? Hold on a minute. Let me pull this up here, because I don't believe that would be that. I don't believe it would be that long. 6 months, 28 countries. 6 months and 28 countries is how long of traveling. Let me hit the AI with that. Roughly 1 week. No. I visit 28 countries and stay in each country for 6 months. How much time is that traveling? Damn, it really can't be no 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. I was right. Yep, I was right. So for him to just make that claim is disingenuous. For Bizarro Batman to make that claim that he's been to 28 countries like it's a big deal is disingenuous. Because for me, he would have to spend at least 6 months in those countries. Okay? He would have to spend 6 months in all 28 countries, and that would put him at 14 years of traveling. And we know he's a long way from that. Baby. Our groceries is downstairs. I'm sorry, my friend. Our groceries is downstairs. Our groceries. Now? Yeah, they're here. That's it. Come in from Big C. Come in. It's coming. Talk to him. Get it to work. I don't know. It's not working. It's not working? All right. Don't worry about it. So, so that's a very bold statement to make, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I don't even think there's 5 continents. I'm pretty sure it's only 3 continents. I don't know about no 5 continents. But, like I said, man, this is what they do. Continents. No, he's downstairs. It's okay. Just go downstairs. He's downstairs. I don't know why it's not working. This app is so janky, you know. This app doesn't work for some reason. I don't know, man. These apps are trash, man. These apps are really trash. Make me have to use my phone. Yeah, this app ain't even working. I can't even call the guy. That's crazy. Okay, so there's 5 continents. There's a 5-continent model. There's a 7-continent model. Okay, so this is really wrong. Okay, let me take you to school. Real quick. How many continents are there really? It's not 5. It's not 5. There's Africa, there's the Americas, and there's Asia, and there's Australia. So there's really only 4 continents. Europe is not a continent. If you include Antarctica, then there's 5 continents. But really there's 1, 2, 3, 4 continents. If you include Antarctica, there's 5 continents. So I don't know if this nigga been to Antarctica. Again, another false statement. He hasn't been to Antarctica. Therefore, he's only been to 4 continents. Europe is not a continent. I wish you niggas would have went to school. I wish you niggas would have really went to school and paid attention in geography. Okay? I really wish. 5 continents, 28 countries. This is what you guys are impressed by. Oh boy, here goes somebody. Here we go again with the clowning. I don't even know why they bother, man. I don't even know why they bother taking photos of me. I don't even know why they bother, bro. Let me remove this guy and remove this one. I don't even know why they bother. They done started a new page about me. Boy, I tell you. We getting to them, man. We are getting to them. We are getting to them. We are getting to them, man. We are getting to them. Anyway, there's only 4 continents. So you guys got to get this education thing together, man. Leave that cool shit alone and get to this education thing, man. Get to this education thing. So anyway, this is what happens, right? This is what happens. The value systems are really fucked up right now in the travel space. The value systems are really fucked up. Because I don't even understand how these people matter. I just don't. I'm trying to figure this out. And what happened, right? This is what I talk about. You can have a track record. You can have a track record and you can go on and on and on and on and on. And then one thing doesn't go your way. You have one bad day. Let's call it what it is. You have one bad day and boom. What happens? The whole world turns on you. Literally overnight. That's that bullshit. That's that bullshit that I'm talking about. I don't know. She can't. Sometimes I don't know what's going on with this girl, man. I sent her to do the errands. I mean, she comes in handy. You know what I'm saying? She comes in handy. But she can't find shit. Every time I send her downstairs, she's like, I don't see the bags. I don't see this. I don't see that. Man, you know, like being a babysitter sometimes. She's getting her housewife duties in order. I'm putting her through her housewife duty training. You know, we just getting started. Turn her into a housewife. We just getting started with her housewife training. We just getting started. We are getting started with that. Hold on, I can't get to the other photo. What's up with this app? This app is bad. This Grab app is awful. I don't know. The other picture's not showing. She'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to go downstairs now because she can't find anything. She really can't find anything. She does understand English though. Hold on a minute. I gotta help her find this stuff. I don't understand how she don't see the stuff. That's the stuff. That's the stuff in front of you, man. Jesus Christ. And it takes a while for me to get used to having to deal with someone every day. That's the stuff in front of you. Because I'm so used to being a playboy. I'm so used to just having my space, having my free time. You know, I gotta I can't just sit down and chill. I gotta entertain. It takes me a while to get used to that. I can't get the other photo. Oh boy. My name is on all the shit. She reads Thai better than me. And my name is on all the shit. So I don't know how she doesn't even know what I'm talking about. Interrupted me. What? I don't understand. All right, hold on a minute, y'all. I don't know what's going on. This is getting difficult right now. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so she should be able to handle it herself. Go walk around and find it. I don't know. But anyway, let me get back to this video right here. And let me just play this next one. Because there's one that's very important. There's something that he says that's very important. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. This part right here is very important. So pay attention. Pay attention to this.
With women. He wasn't just a client. He was a useful and ultimately disposable tool. The perfect crash test dummy for their Kenyan fantasy.
And where did the money come from to fund this disaster? It came from every subscriber and donor who threw money at the screen.
Let's be brutally honest. Every person who donated to this trip is an accomplice. You didn't pay for a vacation. You paid for a circus. You funded a man with a known history of toxic behavior to act out your fantasies because you lacked the spine to live your own life. You are just as responsible for what happened next as anyone else. Hope you got your money's worth.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Relative. Chick, I said hello, back with another banger live. Day 3 here, live from Nairobi, Kenya. Judgment Day. It's your boy, man, the #1 traveling YouTuber, Jay Rello here. Here we are, guys. Day 3, live from Nairobi, Kenya. I was live earlier, really early this morning. As y'all know, I'm on an 8-hour time difference, so it's actually almost midnight here. They don't really come outside till later on here because they party really late here, you know, between 4 to 5, which will be around 7, 8, 9 you guys time, 10 o'clock you guys time. So everything is good. We're on schedule. We're early, ready to go. There's a lot of pressure tonight because, like I said from yesterday lives, it's a lot of mid, but tonight it seems like it's cracking. The group chat is going crazy. They posting flyers to different clubs, to different events and everything. So today I felt like the title was only right that we call it Judgment Day. It's the 3rd day. I know you guys have seen a lot of stuff. I know y'all been watching. I know y'all been kind of trying to keep up with everything. And
so you heard that right there, right? Let me play it back for you guys, just in case you might have. Let me start it from right here.
This isn't a friendship, it's a sales funnel.
Every grift needs a mark, and they found the perfect one in Rello, a YouTuber with a documented history of messy, problematic behavior with women. He wasn't just a client, he was a useful and ultimately disposable tool, the perfect crash test dummy for their Kenyan fantasy.
And where did the money come from to fund this disaster? It came from every subscriber and donor who threw money at the screen.
Let's be brutally honest. Every person who donated to this trip is an accomplice. You didn't pay for a vacation. You paid for a circus. You funded a man with a known history of toxic behavior to act out your fantasies because you lacked the spine to live your own life. You are just as responsible for what happened next as anyone else. Hope you got your money's worth.
what up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Rello. Chick, I said hello, back with another banger live.
All right.
Day.
So this part right here is very important. This part right here is very important because what he is doing is he is holding everyone accountable. That's what he is doing. He is holding everyone accountable. So if you funded this shit, it's on y'all. It's really not on him. I've always said some of these people should not even exist. How do they even exist? Like, in what reality do they even like? They can't afford to go. Come on, man. This dude can't afford to go to Kenya. How does he even get there? Why did y'all even send him to Kenya? For what? What is so exciting about him going to Kenya? What is so, like, why is this such a level of attraction, a mania about him going to Kenya? Somebody can answer that question? I noticed nobody got anything to say. When y'all need to speak, you should speak. But y'all don't got anything to say right now, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody has anything to say about why subscribers or viewers would send this guy all the way to Kenya as if it was going to be some level of enlightenment for you. For you, not for him. You know, I got to be honest with you, man. I really got to start being tougher. A lot of you guys don't got no hair. Your hairline is all the way back here. You know, y'all all got these fucking beards going on. I gotta be tougher on the type of shit that you should be doing and the type of shit that you shouldn't be doing. I just gotta be tougher on you. You know, I noticed the brother who made this video. He's got hair. Tick, your boy Tick, he's got hair. His hair is pulled back, but he's got locks. Okay? He's got, you know, he don't got a beard. A lot of y'all don't even understand why y'all grew beards but didn't grow locks. You grew beards because the women told you to, and you thought that would make you more attractive to the women, so you did what the fuck they talking about. You grew that fucking fungus on your face, but you would never grow no motherfucking locks, though. Like, this is the whole problem. Because you're not connected to anything. See, everything I say to you just really glosses over your head most of the time because you're not connected to anything. You talk about being tapped into the matrix? This is how you tap into the matrix. Every night when I go to sleep, I'm tapped into the matrix. In the Matrix, how do they tap in? They don't got no hair. You couldn't find it? Don't worry about it. Close the door. Don't worry about it. I'm telling him I didn't get the order. He might have. I don't know where he took it at. I don't know where he took it at. He could have took it anywhere. And then he just left. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Now I got to go out to the store anyway. And you know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, didn't get the order. This is a first. I should talk about this shit, man. I should be talking about this, but this ain't really interesting. I didn't get my grab order. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. We'll see what happens. So I gotta be a little bit more hard on you guys. All right. I should be more hard on you guys. Because look, listen. There's too much individualism and not enough collectivism. And that's the main problem. It's too many little chiefs. And all you need to be on the same motherfucking page. That's the only way this is going to work. You got to put aside your differences based on American geography, this city, this state, that. You got to put all that aside. You got to put aside your various differences in your upbringing, religion, lack of religion, spirituality, lack of spirituality. You have to suppress your ego and understand that you are not as significant as you make yourself believe. You have to suppress all that, man. And collectively, everyone has to be on the same page. We all have to adopt one language uniformly. We all speak in the same language because we have no power. We go to another country, we speak in English. They know English. They speak their stuff. You don't know their stuff. There's no power there. We don't even look the same. We really don't look the same. Some of y'all got bald heads. Some of y'all got no hair. No hairline. Some of y'all got... Listen, you got to start growing locks. You can keep the beard, but you got to grow the locks too. I want to know why people don't grow locks and they're going to grow a beard versus that. I'm just saying. But I think ultimately my ultimate reaction, the biggest problem is, damn, I still got to go shopping now. The biggest problem is that you guys don't have a how you say, I guess the best way to say it is y'all don't really give a fuck. These guys don't really give a fuck, man. This is about getting their dick wet and trying to loaf through life. Where you going next year, 5 years, 10 years? Where you going? Just a question. I'm not here to make arguments for you. I'm not here to answer for you. But you got to start asking these people, where you going next 2 years from now? What's the end game in Kenya? What's the end game here? You think I'm here in Thailand because I got nothing else better to do? You really think that? There are 100 places I could be right now. I'm definitely not here because I got nothing else better to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because the purpose that I'm on, wow, this is a first. I can't really complain though, because this is the first time that my order didn't get here. Perplexed. I don't even know where this is at. This is the first time my order didn't get here. But this happens a lot though, because they be all kinds of shit nowadays. Anyway, I'm sorry. I get distracted. I get distracted. It's just shit that just like my other side of my brain just be like, you got a simple job. How you fuck it up? I don't know. Now I gotta order this shit all over again. Fuck, man. Fucking killing me over here, B. But yeah, you know, it's just so much stuff that I just gotta tell you, like, I feel that the biggest grift is on what you guys believe is going on and what's actually going on. What you believe is going on is that you're given leadership, and that's not what's going on. You're not being given any leadership. You're a passive onlooker. You're a passive onlooker, and you invest in. I gotta be honest with you, but I'm a big proponent of the fundraisers. People call it begging. I don't know how you call it begging. Super chats exist for a reason. Maybe you do it, maybe you don't. I mean, I would say your goal of getting YouTube subscribers and making asinine content in order to get views and get AdSense money is begging. You're begging YouTube. It's a lot of work for no money to get a little bit of money. YouTube made $54 billion last year. How much of that did you get? And that's probably just not even the right number. They're probably lying. They probably made more than that. So, I mean, I would say you guys make bad investments. You make bad investments in who you associate with, who you equate yourself with, because the association and acquaintance is two different things. And you just make bad investments, like where you want to put your money, where you want to see your money do something positive and constructive. You just make bad investments, man. You just made a bad investment. That's my honest thought, is that the passport bro space is the passport bro space. Y'all made a bad investment. And it's coming back to haunt y'all. I don't want to say y'all got ripped off, but this nigga ripping you off too, man, at the same time. I mean, oh my God, y'all getting ripped off by a lot of these dudes at the same time. They can't show you anything. Listen, man. The one dude here, Zoom in Thailand, he had to pay for that chick to get that chick up out of there. I ain't had to do nothing like that. I got a whole chick right here in my room. She been here forever. I don't even know when she got her suitcase. She done moved in. There's stuff in the drawer. You know what I'm saying? She about to start cooking if we ever get the groceries here. Who fuck with my grocery order? One of y'all out there have my grocery order misdirected. I know y'all fucking. God damn. Y'all fucked my whole day up, man, because now I still got to go out here to the store and get the shit myself. Yeah, this dude is persona non grata. This delivery guy is persona non grata. I have no idea where he took this shit. But anyway, we'll go look for it in a minute. It might be here. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna say I didn't get it. If I find it, I'm gonna say I didn't get it. But yeah, guys are just getting ripped off, man. Just getting ripped off. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's just at this point, I think what everybody needs to think about is, if it was your mother or your sister or your niece or your daughter, if it was your daughter who had to be out there like that and got treated like that, how would you feel? What would you do? What would be the first thing that come to your mind? You know, would you murder someone over it? Would you kill over the disrespect? Would you? Yes or no? Because see, this is also the other problem with African American men. The white man will murder you on his own imagination. Like he'll just be doing some shit and be like, "Hey, you looking at my girl? Oh, hell no. Nah. Bow, bow, bow." And you like, "Wait, what?" And you got shot in the back 3 times. What? like I say, man, I kind of see that this is. I gotta agree. I hate to say it, I gotta agree with BMT just a little bit. This does seem like a setup. It does seem like this is how they intercede, man. This is the interdiction. You know what I mean? They definitely up to something, because where are these guys coming from? These guys just come out of the blue and they just take off into the stratosphere. Ain't really getting no real money, getting a little bit of money. All these guys that have been, notice how all the guys that have had major controversy involving women and sex, right? Austin Holman in Brazil, now Jay Rillo in Kenya, they seem to be very prominent and very influential. You guys follow them. You guys follow them without any thought or mechanism about it, you know? You guys do what they say. You hang on their opinion. It's almost like you think they're gods because they got in some type of trouble, you know? And some people are even like so devoted to Jay Rillo. They are like, we don't give a fuck. Send this nigga another $2,000, $3,000, which is crazy to me. Not that they want to send him money, but they only want to send him $2,000, $3,000. He gonna need a lot more than that. He gonna need a lot. For what y'all want to. No, I can't even say that. But he's gonna need a lot more money for the results you guys are looking for. He gonna need like 50 racks, 60 racks, easily. And you guys got it. You guys got that money, man. Listen. What they don't tell you. This is what they don't tell you about the whole traveling thing, the whole going to another country, getting a girlfriend. She in a bad mood now. It's okay. We're gonna get over it. But I haven't had to deal with this shit in a long time. It's kind of funny to me because I'll be like, wait, what? But you know what though? She's safer than a new girl. There's someone that I don't know. There's someone that's unpredictable. Like, she's safer. I'm actually comfortable with her. Not that comfortable, but comfortable enough. But what they don't tell you is you go to this country, you go to a country, you get you a crib, you know, you gotta, you eating, you're doing your thing, you chilling, you're doing your thing. And then you pick up a girl, a female in your life. Now you gotta feed her, you gotta entertain her. We supposed to go to the movies later, you know, you gotta deal with her moods, you gotta hear what goes on in her life. And it's just like, man, it's crazy. And that just takes your budget to a whole nother level. Like my budget done increased an extra like $300 a week. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it because I really enjoy the company. You know, she's just, women are women. You know, they do their thing. They can only feel. She can't beat me up. So all she can do is be angry at me, you know. All she can do is be emotionally cut off, and then she'll come back around and she's in my face and she's sitting on my lap and we're being fun and hugging and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I got stuff all over the place. It's like, I don't even have nothing no more. Everything, because I only came with a little backpack, right? She came through with all her belongings, everything. So that's what they don't tell you about this. They don't tell you that, you know, it's not going to be, it's not, you can't fundraise your way through this. Yeah, I do the fundraiser. I tell you guys to donate to me because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I'm looking to get you guys involved. I'm looking to help you increase become rich. I'm looking to help you become rich. Okay? I got 1 million jackets to sell. It's a weird way to say it, but they haven't even been made, right? But I can sell an infinitive amount of jackets without having to put up any capital. You know, I can sell an infinitive amount of clothing without having to put up any capital. And the profit margins is like stupid. 300%. Stupid. Nobody's got anything like that in the world. And I say to myself, you know, I could make African American men, I can make us all rich. That's why I did that video. I tried to free 2 million of y'all, and y'all laugh in my face. You know, somebody keeps popping up with some other shit about discrimination and other stuff, and I'm just like, what does that got to do? I have a whole nother channel for that, by the way. I have a whole nother channel for discrimination. You can go check it out. But what does that have to do with what I'm talking about over here? Okay. I can't always keep going back into the other stuff, but maybe I need to. I just don't think that this is supposed to be fun and relaxing. And, you know, I talk about something that I'm living every day. I'm not living certain parts of my life every day. You know, there's some parts of my life I live a couple of weeks at a time. I experience it a couple of weeks at a time. And then there's some parts of my life that I live every day. This is just another part of my life that I live every day. I don't want to bore you any more than it already is. It can get boring sometimes when I go into the professor mode and I got to lecture and talk about simple shit to me that motherfuckers should know. Like, it's only 4 continents. You ain't really been to 28 countries because you need to be in each country at least 6 months to matter. I mean, like, okay, fine. I'll go to 35 countries. You niggas gonna suck my dick the way you suck Austin Holman's dick? I don't think so. So therefore, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what you are being deceived by is you're being deceived by social proof. Social proof plays a big part in this era. This era from 2018 up to now. What is social proof? Well, social proof is when you hit the mass media. Whether it's good publicity or bad publicity, I only think there's good publicity. I wanna avoid the bad. I think the way that I get, like, talking about this discrimination, this employment discrimination issue, right? Since someone wants to hear about it, there's a lot of bad publicity surrounding it because it involves the United States government. Okay, I'm bringing employment discrimination charges against a party to the United States government. Niggas that know President Trump and Obama, right? There's a lot of bad publicity on the edge. Like, I really got to look over my shoulder. Now. Watch what I drank. Like, you see my food got lost. Yo, they made 27 deliveries here in person, and now this delivery gets lost. I don't even want to go get the shit. I might not wake up tomorrow. Like, but the point is that bad publicity, especially how I do things, is not something you want. You want to avoid bad publicity at all costs, especially when you can't really spin it without making it worse, right? So social proof is when you hit the mass media, because subconsciously everyone says, well, they're on this and they're on this and they're on this and they must be important. They must be a thought leader, but that's not what a thought leader is. And you got the wrong people. These guys are not thought leaders. They can't tell you how to do what they did and maintain it. They can't tell you because they out here winging it. They out here just swinging it, man. They improving. This is what happens when you improv. You get an outlier like Jay Rillo. He comes to your town, and overnight, in less than 3 days, he fucks shit up. Just fucks it up. And I know for a fact, I'm so aware of myself. I'm so self-aware that I know that people are malicious enough that if they can't get to a certain person, they would get to the people that associate with you. Okay? Understand that. That's how malicious people can be. So yeah, they have every right. Kid Greatness and Austin Holman, they have every right, and all the African American dudes over there, they have every right to be shitting in their pants, because it doesn't really matter if they make an example of Jay Rillo. They want to make an example of someone. Okay, so then you have to understand who your real friends are in that environment, because you guys are playing in the shenanigans world, right? This shit goes so far down the rabbit hole, it's crazy. Is someone not without money? Is someone's people humiliated? And depending on how stiff they are, they could make this a big deal. This could be a big problem. And right now, maybe, be honest with you, maybe the only thing shielding the motherfucker is that this is getting a lot of attention. But even so, that attention is going to wane until it happens again. Because it's always going to happen again. It's always going to happen again because there's no collectivism. There's no rules. There's no code. There's no order. There's no way to act. Everybody's a tough guy. Everybody's, I'm bulletproof. Everybody's just wilding out, uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but yeah, sometimes you gotta put what they say, you gotta put boots to ass. Sometimes you gotta put boots to ass. And maybe that needs to happen, you know? I don't know. In retrospect, I don't condone what's the word I would say? In retrospect, I don't condone our own kind devouring each other. You know, that's a polite way to say it. I don't condone that. I don't condone a lot of things. I don't want to see nobody get locked up. I don't want to see nobody get, penalties that take their life. I don't want to know I was responsible or behind or the cause of any of that like that, because I know for a fact that the system is ultimately corrupt. They lie, they cheat, it's rigged. It's so fucking many things about this shit, man, that just are blatantly obvious. And people have this they have this boldness about them, like goddamn, I dare you to do something about it. So that's why I'm like, I'm not really with all that. I'm not really with all that. You know, I'm a favorable person to karma, and I'm a favorable person to intent. And I like to keep both of those things clean. That's why, I keep telling y'all ain't even figure out half the shit yet. Half the shit that's going on, all the shit that's going on. I'm just pointing out the obvious to you, like, hey, look at that. That's crazy. Hey, is that actually what's going on? Or is it something else behind the scenes, right? Oh, everybody would turn your back on you. All these people who you used to be swell with would turn their fucking back on you, or at least that's what it appears to be. They would turn their fucking back on you in a minute, in a second, if you do one thing that is out of the script. But at the same time, I think you saw that part. I don't know if you saw that part, but your boy Tick, he talked about how what really caused this was the pressure to measure up to the little bit of money that he got, the little bit of donations he got, the $1,000, $2,000, however much it was to get him there, and the subs. He feels the pressure to show the subs something, and I'm thinking to myself, but why didn't you just take her for ice cream? It's the craziest thing. Why not just do something simple? Like take the girl for ice cream, right? show the subs some shit like that. Like that would be hilarious. That actually would be more hilarious. Why is the default to show the subs that you could buy some sex in another country? Listen here, man. I don't want to do this, but you know what? I think you guys gotta really understand. You guys gotta really understand where we at. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something real quick, because this is not what this is not what these guys are gonna ever talk to you about. And I want you guys to understand something very, very fucking I want you guys to understand something very fucking real. Because they're going to keep talking about, oh, yeah, man, nah, that's not what's going to happen. You know, I want you to understand something very, very real. And information is out there. Okay? Information is out there every day. All right? And if you don't make yourself aware of this information, you're going to have problems. Okay? You're gonna, matter of fact, I shouldn't even show it. I don't even, because I'm trying to go to Kenya myself. So I don't really wanna show it. I don't even want to show it to y'all. Yeah. I just thought about it. I don't even want to show it to y'all because it's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy, but anytime, all right, I'll do this then. I'll share this with y'all because anytime, and you can go and look around it yourself. You can go look around it yourself. But I'm just gonna share this link. I'm just gonna share this link with you. I'm just gonna share this link with you, and you got the U.S. Embassy in Kenya, and you can also look up the State Department, and the State Department talks about Kenya, and you can go look around for yourself, man. You can go look around for yourself. And there's some countries, man. Let me tell you, there's some countries that go hand in hand with America. Like you really think it's multi-international law, but there are some countries that there's a gray area. There's a gray area where they give America full jurisdiction. Okay, it's like, come on in, go get them. There you go, right there. You know, I'm not going to name those countries because I don't. Then, like I said, these are things that you're not supposed to know, but you should be aware of. Okay, so when you think about, I want to show the world that I can buy sex, you really should rethink about that. Okay, you really should rethink about that. But you're free to go, and it won't be hard to find this information. You're free to go. Look around that link to the Kenyan embassy, the U.S. embassy in Kenya. You're free to go look around at that link and, enjoy yourself, have a good time. I got to go get some food now because she's hungry. I'm hungry. And let me show you guys one more thing that I saw today. I want to show you, like, when I tell you that the shit is rigged, it's they cheating. It's just like when I tell you all this stuff, I'm not just making it up. I studied this stuff lately for like the last 5 years, and every day I uncover another hidden piece of the puzzle. Like I uncovered a huge piece of the puzzle today. I was like, oh wow, I'm really in trouble because this shit is real. This shit is real. But I want to show you guys this that I saw today. It's pretty interesting. So I don't know, TV series about Black people in Washington, D.C. that were enslaved, right? And the person who posted this, they say, justifiable crash out. Justifiable crash out. And I found it interesting that it popped up because when you think about the Jay Rillo situation, right? His side of the story is two sides to every story. His side of the story is he was promised something. And then the person, well, they didn't keep that promise. So then he felt that he was lied to. He felt that he was cheated because the only reason why he would have even bothered with them was because they promised him something, right? And he feels like he was cheated. So he lashes out, right? He just explodes, right? And so we really got to understand, we really got to study epigenetics. Epigenetics, look that up. We really got to study epigenetics. We really got to understand what really makes you tick. Okay? First off, let me say this real quick before I go into this video real quick, because it's a funny twist on this. It's a funny twist on this. And I'm gonna pull it all together in a moment. I'm gonna land the plane in a moment. So let me say this real quick though. This is from the enslavement era in America for African Americans, right? Let me say this right here. Let me be very clear. If you are a person of the diaspora in the Western Hemisphere, meaning, as they claim, they brung you from Akabalin, enslaved, and brung you here in the Western Hemisphere, and you stayed enslaved for centuries, or you were already here, and I believe we were already here, and some other stuff happened. We'll talk about that again some other time. Put that on the back burner. I don't believe in the transatlantic slave trade, but I do believe in epigenetics. And I do believe that, in my opinion, you kind of have to understand that melanated people in the Western Hemisphere, to everyone in the world, you carry a huge stigma of being enslaved because they title it under terms of being cursed, or they title it under being ignorant and not fighting back, not willing to fight back for your freedom, which you should have. You should kill your master. You should kill those who attempt to enslave or impress or oppress you. Now, they don't want you to say that, of course. In the United States of America, they don't want you to have that type of mindset, but that's really what it is. And that's the contrast between Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner. Nat Turner freed just as many slaves as Harriet Tubman, but they only talk about Harriet Tubman. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? You do the logical connection for yourself. But I think, this is just my opinion again, I'm still going to go to the continent, to Akabalin, and chill out and hang out. I probably won't interact with any nationals because, in my opinion, the nationals of those nations, they resent African Americans. They look down on African Americans. The same way a lot of people in this African American travel space, in this passport growth travel space, have a begrudging assault, a resentment, an ira towards me, because I'm one of the ones that are successful. I'm one of the ones who is really successful. I haven't got up in no shit. Got to smack a few niggas at some point, but I haven't got up in no shit really. You know? I'm out here all the time. All the time I'm out. I'm outside all the time. Whatever country it is, I'm outside. So, you know, that's how I feel. And so when you expect someone to say, I'm going to be agreeable or cooperate with you, they're like, I don't got to cooperate with you. You was a fucking slave. Your descendants were enslaved. You're weak. I don't have to fuck with you. That's, in my opinion, where they're coming from. And it's not a secret. It's not nothing that I'm making up that's new. This is something that has been spoken of many times. And it's one of the big divides, right? It's how people look at you. So now, African-American men, we can redeem ourselves. We can redeem ourselves. There's two easy ways we can redeem ourselves real quick. Like I said, we can all grow locks and we can all learn one uniform language that we all speak to each other. That's how we can redeem ourselves real quick. But you niggas all want to grow beards, which is how they play you. They got all of y'all to grow beards before they got all of you to grow locks. Think about that, though. But think about that, right? Think about that. That's a demonstration of the power of their will into your subconscious. Social proof, like I just said before. So now, pulling it all together, it's interesting that as you're going to see in this clip, and ironically, this clip is called Justifiable Crash Out. So they're saying that the black guy, you're going to see what he does. Let me play this for you.
And your missions you can carry with you at all times. That's my promise. That's an awful kind. But you must beat your master. Hurry up. Yes, sir. You're counting, boy. I can see your lips move. Sorry, sir. I got to. Jesus. I can't draw till you do. Yes, sir. I'm hurrying. You ready now? Ready, master. Almost perfect, is it? My hand's not bad either. You look first. Yes, sir. Let's see what lot he has given you. Well, that can't be, boy. Do you realize what you have? Plain flush. I must congratulate you. That beats a lot of hands. Pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight, but it doesn't beat a full house. And it doesn't beat 4 of a kind. Ooh, that was a close one. Yeah, you don't play poker like I taught you to shoot them Yankees, but that was a good game. Unless I had a queen. That there Queen of Hearts. You think you did what? I played a Queen of Hearts. I had it. There's only one Queen of Hearts in this deck. I had it. You saw it. Do you understand? And you must not know what a queen looks like. You cheated me. Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but singleness of heart, fearing God. A false balance is abomination to the Lord. But a just silence your tongue, boy! And shift the line! Tongue, boy! And shift the line! No! I'll set you free tonight.
So,
all right, later.
Okay, so real quick before I continue, it's not called freedom, you stupid motherfuckers. It's called menstruation. It's called menstruation. It was a paper that they gave you that you had to carry around all the time, like a driver's license. Okay, they had to respect the paper, but it wasn't called freedom. There's no such thing as freedom. There's no concept of that for you as a person of melanation in the United States of America or most places around the world. Okay, so let me just put that in it. But the interesting thing about this is that, as you can see, his reaction when he felt cheated, when he realized he was cheated, because he actually was, if you paid attention, he slipped the card out the deck that he discarded and put it into his hand. If you pay attention, what he do? He killed the guy, right? He killed his master, so-called master, the so-called false prophet, right? And he told you an imbalance is an abomination of the Lord, right? That's what we have right now. We have an imbalance. We have an imbalance. We have people that are supposed to be beneath on the top. And you know how they got there? They got there because of y'all. Y'all enabled this. Y'all propped up these people, these false prophets, these idolizers, and they just fucking up shit. They just running amok. But you're still entrapped. I wouldn't give a fuck about Austin Holman if I was still stuck in Chicago. I wouldn't give a fuck about Kid Greatness if I was still stuck in Miami, Florida. I wouldn't give a fuck about Jay Rello if I'm still stuck in Gary, Indiana. Damn, the devil working on me right now. These niggas really be sitting here praying. They trying to silence me. Oh, damn, y'all might see me fall out on this channel. I can't even breathe. These niggas is sitting here praying against me, man. But I'm synced up, though. I'm synced up with some shit. Anyway. Woo. Whoa, I really am. That shit hitting me. Woo, that shit's crazy. But anyway, the title of this is called Justifiable Crash Out. And I was thinking about that, right? They're saying he was justified in committing murder as if The fact that he's forced to live his entire life oppressed, enslaved, in a constant drama of misery and torment day after day, year after year, probably like going on what? Maybe he's like 30 years old. As a 30-year-old adult, that's where epigenetics come in. It's okay for him to do that. What is the alternative, man? It was always okay for him to kill anyone who stands between your freedom. You got to understand that. That's the third way African-American men redeem themselves. You have to be willing, you have to accept that your freedom comes at the expense of you taking someone else's life. That's the only way this works. That's how you redeem yourself. And that, my friend, is why people in nations in the country, nations on the continent, look down on us. Because they're nations. They got the same language. They all got the same. They all look the same. Hear the same. Bantu knots, this, that. They all do the same thing. They think the same. They have a uniform culture. They willing to die. You guys don't even know about Kenya, do you? Y'all really don't even know about Kenya. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you see Austin Holtman, ask him to give you a fucking history lesson in Kenya. Since y'all kiss his ass so fucking much, and y'all think he's the second coming of Jesus Christ Almighty, but he's nothing but a fucking fraud running from Brazil crimes. That's who he really is. But ask him to give you a history lesson on Kenya. Ask him to tell you about the motherfucking Mau Mau and where locks really come from. The fact that he don't got locks and he been in Kenya a whole year, the fact that he's still doing haircuts and he ain't freeform is a travesty. It's an abomination. His man Kid Greatness gets it, but this guy doesn't get it at all. And it's funny because right here on the same U.S. Embassy website, right here, from 1895 until 1963, the area that later became modern Kenya was under British rule, okay? It says it right there. And the U.S. Embassy to Kenya opened in 1964. Listen, from 1895 until 1963, almost 100 years. Well, really longer than that, but this is the officially. They were ruled by the British. Okay? Go on and look it up. Go on and look it up. From 1895 until 1963, the area that later became modern Kenya was under British colonial rule as part of British East Africa. In 1998, the American embassy in Kenya's capital city, Nairobi, right? So they had an explosion, some terrorist stuff. But this part right here is very important. And I don't understand. I don't understand. Like we can go and talk about the Mau Mau. You want to get in good with the Kenyans? You want to really get in good with the Kenyans? Go talk about the Mau Mau. There's a movie. I forgot what it's called, but there's a movie about. It's like the last of the Mau Maus, right? He was a kid, but he was fighting since he was like a kid, so he didn't get any schooling. One of the things that they promised the Mau Mau if they surrendered was they promised them education. They promised them free education. So he's an old man now. He's like 65, 68. He comes out the mountains. He tries to go to school. Can't read, can't write, can't do arithmetic. And they're like, we can't help you. You too old. You too old to learn. And he's like, you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn. And I was promised free education. I was promised free education as part of the deal that they made. So he's trying to take up his free education that he was denied because he had to sacrifice his childhood so that so you wanna win favor with Kenyans, you go over there and start talking about the Mau Mau. Now some of the leftovers, the holdouts from the British part, you know, the British time, those generations of people, they're gonna probably dislike you, but they're a small part. But most of the people, man, listen, there's no reason for you to not be in Kenya right now. This is the thing that annoys me the most. Is when you're in a country like that, especially Kenya or Haiti, and you're not talking about the history, man. You're talking about some goddamn nonsense. Some women. The women are fine. The women are fine. You're the number one option. Nah, nigga. You got 40,000 YouTube subscribers. Kid Greatness. Be great, Kid Greatness. Live up to your name. Talk about the Mau Mau. Talk about that shit. To your 40,000 subscribers. We don't need to hear about being the number one option. We don't need to hear about how the women are going to treat. We don't need none of that. We don't listen, African American men, we don't need no women. Not in that way. What we need is some motherfucking money, some power, and some control. That's what we need. And we need that shit like 30 years ago. Okay? Because we were just born into this. We were just born into this shit. What's up? You ready to go? You want to go eat? Okay, we gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go find my groceries, man. They gave me back the money, but I gotta go find my groceries. So anyway, let me cut this short. Wifey said we gotta go get the food before it spoils if it's around here. If not, we gotta go shopping. I love being married again. I wouldn't say I'm married, but I mean, you know, I love this shit though. So I gotta go, man. The wife is calling me. She want me to go. All right, I gotta go. She doing her part. She the housewife. I'm the man of the house. I'm the provider. But anyway, hey, you guys want to contribute to the channel? You know how to do it. Everything's in the chat. The Cash App is leavefeedback. The PayPal is paypal.me/TravelWolf. The last thing I want to say to all these people encroaching on my private life, because this is my public life, my private life, is if you keep talking about this discrimination lawsuit, you should share with everyone that I'm suing the fucking United States of America as part of it, the Department of Homeland Security. So go run tell that nigga, because you're a sellout. Peace.